Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is January 15th. It is a Monday. It is 1:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
Where
we
we
are
at?
here live from HQ4.
There it is.
Or not live. This is actually not live. This is pre-recorded by less than 24 hours.
You'll notice that we are without Roan today.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not too long ago, the three of us had a meeting where we had very different opinions on the future of the show. And it did not resolve peacefully.
It did not.
And
It came to violence.
He was pissed, and he said, if you don't believe that I should be the face of the show, then why don't you two just try doing it yourselves? I've got a good thing going with Pat Beverly.
That's pretty much what was the divide. Was Pat Bev said it was either Son of a Boy Dad or the Pat Bev show with Roan.
Right.
And Roan said, well, at least my fucking name is in the title of the other show.
He did, even though it's like a secondary credit.
Totally. It's a massive secondary credit.
Yeah.
But no, Roan's in Chicago filming, or he's streaming the Eagles game with the Chicago boys.
Yep.
It is funny because if you said that, there would be people on Reddit tomorrow morning being like, so I guess Roan's out of Son of a Boy Dad.
Yeah. And it's down to Francis and Hairball.
Looks like they're making some big changes over at the Son of a Boy Dad crew.
I managed to salt burn my way into the podcast. Your toast next. I'm going to bury all of you.
You watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
We talked about it last time. I mean, like we said before, I forget every single thing that we talk about as soon as we're done talking about it.
That's okay. Do you want to talk ball up front?
Yeah, we can talk ball. I got a couple things to talk about. Nothing crazy, though. I had a pretty relaxed weekend.
Yeah?
Just did a lot of spots, yeah.
Nice.
Went fishing on Saturday.
You did? Where?
Yeah,
Down in New Jersey?
all time bad fishing trip.
Oh, no.
It's very funny. So I'll talk about this and then we can talk about ball. But so it poured on like Tuesday last week, like terrible rain.
I heard the river was like
Flooded.
11 feet
Yeah,
high.
exactly.
And normally it's 4 feet.
Yeah. So I told you about that. So yeah, it was flooded. I was keeping an eye on it all week because you can just look up the water levels and it's like there's something that just keeps track of it 24/7.
Is there an app?
There's probably an app. I just used some random Google water levels chart. And so I was keeping an eye on it. It went back down to like 7 feet. So I was like, all right, this is fine. We can definitely go fishing. I was going to go with one of my friends who I grew up with, who lives in New York now. And he was like, he like rented like waders and shit. So he was like definitely like in to go. And then it poured Friday night. And then I woke up Saturday at like 7 a.m. after doing like a 1:30 spot at the stand.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm awake. And he already rented the equipment. So I can't just be like, hey, dude, we're not going. Even though I knew this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because the water level was at like 10 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is going to be a disaster, but whatever. I've gone when it's flooded before and I've caught fish. We get down there, highest I've ever seen it by a mile.
I had to pause you. Why are you renting equipment? What do
I
you
didn't
need?
rent equipment. He rented equipment.
Oh, okay.
He rented waders because he doesn't have waders.
Should we get him some?
No, they're like $1,000. They're expensive as fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how much you paid for your waders?
No, mine were like $500, but I didn't get like great waders.
Okay.
There's better waders that are more expensive.
Yeah.
So we get down there. The only time I've ever been there where there's not like 20 cars parked, all people fishing. It was completely empty. We were putting on our gear. Some old dude comes up to us and he's like, I'll come back around 9 p.m. If you guys are still here, I'll know to send out the search squad. And I was like, yeah, that's funny. And then, but I was like, I don't even think I was like, it's high and it's fast as fuck, but like, it's nothing like I haven't seen before. But it was also muddy as hell. You couldn't see anything in the water.
It's all stirred up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get out there. We walk probably 10 minutes down the trail, and
Wow.
I'm like, he's never been fly fishing, and I'm telling him, like, I'm not really that good at fly fishing, but I'm going to tell you what I know. So I was like, all right, like I'm showing him the rocks. I'm like, there's usually fish like 15 feet behind a rock, like in front of a rock, to the sides of rocks, shit
Near
like
rocks.
that. Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
Telling him where to fish, and I'm like, honestly, this isn't a bad place. We could just start here, and I'm like probably in like a foot of water. And I'm like, let's just start here. I like undo my line, I take one step forward and suddenly I am up to my neck in water, fully submerged in water. It was like 2 falls. It was like The first one, I was up to my waist, and then I was like, oh shit, my pack is gonna get all wet. That sucks. And then I fell forward, and next thing I know, I cannot touch the bottom. I am fully swimming in a river that is moving like 30 feet per second and is like 20 feet deep. So I get out of the water, and it's the middle of January. It's fucking freezing, dude. And it's like my waders are like my waders are filled with water. My sweatshirt, my rain jacket's soaked. And I get out of the water, and I'm just like, there's nothing I could do because like we're already out there. And if I was by myself, would have left instantly. Would have and the first thought I had while I'm still in the water is like, he just rented all this equipment, and we're gonna have to leave right now. But I toughed it out. I mean, we fished for like an hour. No luck. Lost like 4 flies.
And you're soaked
through
dude.
Your
waders.
I drove home. I took my waders off. Full gallons of water came out of my waders.
He was like Hank after he jumped into that pool from that lady.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude.
Damn.
I've never
buddy catch anything?
No, dude, there was no fish. There was nothing. We didn't even come close to getting a bite.
Do they just sort of chill on days where it's
I don't know. All I know is that book that I have by that like Tom Rosenbauer or whatever, he said the only time that the one condition that he doesn't go fishing in is flooded in the winter.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, it was just there was not a single person fishing.
Were you still having a good time though?
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was like it's always good to get out there and just get away from just get away out of the city. But
how long of a drive is it?
Like 45 minutes.
And your buddy picks you up?
No, I rented a car.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm happy to hear that,
dude. I've never I would just randomly start laughing about it the entire time because I was like. I'm sitting there. He's never been fly fishing, and I'm like, yeah. So pretty much what you're gonna want to look for is like behind these rocks, and then next thing I know, I'm just up to my neck in water.
Yeah, you're not quite the teacher you thought you were.
It was. I'm happy he was there, because if that was by myself, that would have been like so embarrassing to have to just walk back to the car by myself, sopping wet, and then just drive home soaked.
I'm excited for our fishing debut.
Yeah,
I really am.
Yeah,
although I find fly fishing very hard. I struggle with it.
It's super hard, but I think that's what's fun about it. I think it's a lot more fun than going out in like a boat. I mean, they're all fishing is fun.
The problem I find is that with fly fishing, I've been times where it's entirely possible that the skill of the fisherman is not going to necessarily change the outcome.
Yeah.
There just will be fish that are not biting that day.
Yeah, definitely.
And that frustrates me because as someone who thinks I'm trying to learn, I want to improve, but I have no idea if I'm not getting any bites right now because my cast is improper or because it's just not the right day.
Yeah, I mean,
that pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
How do you learn from that? You can't learn from that.
No. I mean, you can learn like what weather and stuff will be better than other.
You need a guide or a teacher who knows what a really good cast looks like. If I could see someone casting and they're catching fish, I would, and I'm not, then I know it's me. I've
noticed that just from like the couple times that I've been to New Jersey, because like the first couple times I got completely skunked, and then I started getting like bites and stuff, and then I like catching fish, and I've noticed that like. It's more just you knowing how to read the water rather than the actual cast. So that's more in the winter, because in the winter it's like you're just nymphing, which is barely even casting.
Barely.
You're literally just throwing it in front of you and then letting it drift.
I see.
But that's more. I've noticed that has been more just from what I read in that book. Like it helped me like know where to look, and then I went out and I caught fish.
Got it.
Yeah.
I sent you a DM. I sent you a clip of someone of a quote from A River Runs Through It.
Oh, really? I didn't see it. What was it?
I can't really remember, but it was someone using that quote. I realized in my time away that my brother, he called it shadow casting.
Oh yeah. When
the line would stay so low over the river that it would create a rainbow. Yeah. And I realized that in my time away, my brother had become an artist.
Yeah. That's what I always say to my friends.
Something completely different that was very funny that we were laughing about.
Yeah.
You should watch it sometime.
A River Runs Through It?
The DM I sent you.
Yeah, I should watch it.
It wouldn't take long.
No, but I watch most of your DMs. It probably just got lost in my feed.
We've gotten pretty good at DMing each other.
Yeah, I get a lot of DMs from people sending me reels. I'm always exchanging reels with the fellas.
I like doing it.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's fun.
Especially when you get a really good one. Even though it has nothing to do with you, it just stumbled upon your feed.
Yeah.
But you get to be like, yo, check your DMs. Just sent you a heater.
I sent my wife one a week ago, and she still hadn't watched it. And we were driving home from upstate this morning, and I said, did you watch that yet? And she said, no, I haven't. I only check my DMs once every other week or so. And that actually made me happy because it made me think she's not cheating on me.
Yeah, but is that how people cheat? Like, is that how like adults cheat? Through DMs?
What do you think? She's going to a motel?
No, I feel like it would be mostly through like text messages.
Well, now I
Hate
guess
to
I
burst
gotta,
your bubble.
I gotta check. I'm looking in the. You telling me I'm looking in the wrong place? I've been combing her DMs
I don't know.
like a hawk. And I should have just been looking at her goddamn text messages.
No, I don't think your wife is cheating on you. That's a positive. Hey, it's the little things, you know? It's a little win. Oh, man. But yeah, we could talk ball. Let's get into the ball.
Well, let me tell you, I had a fever of 101.8 yesterday.
Which is worrisome because my immune system is dog shit. So any little trace of anything that you get, I'm definitely going to get.
I think we'll be okay.
Be fine. I think I'll be fine. You don't sound sick.
I feel fine today.
Yeah, you don't sound sick.
I don't feel great, but I feel less feverish.
I never feel great. Ever.
No. I fell off dry January in a bad way.
I did hear about that through the grapevine.
You made a prediction about how long you thought I would last?
No. I didn't think you were going to last, though.
I lasted 11 days.
But I think I also was a part of that because I told you that you don't need to do it.
Yeah, but now I want to get back on it.
No, you don't get to get back on it. That's not how it works. No, that's not at all how that works.
I took a halftime.
Absolutely not.
There's a halftime.
Absolutely
it's
not.
It's intermission. Everyone stretches their legs.
No, if you go dry January now, you got to go dry beginning of January, dry end of January, dry beginning of February.
What a stupid come blind
you got
month
to, it
bullshit
has to be
that
a
is.
full month. You can't just do.
I did dry January and then I got halftime and then I get second half.
Absolutely not.
I'm a second half team,
dude. Because most people only so what? Now you're going to take a week off of drinking? A lot of people do that anyway.
No, I'm going to take 2 more weeks off. It's January 15th.
January 15th?
I didn't drink yesterday because I had a fever of 101.8.
So what happened? You had a couple cocktails? Did you get drunk?
Well, on, what was it? Friday? I went out, I had a few drinks. Saturday I had some drinks.
So you drank multiple days.
Saturday, I think I had a full bottle of white wine by myself.
Okay. So you came back harder than ever.
And then
I've done that. I've taken a couple weeks off of drinking and then came back and just fucking good. 30 beers in one night. It was
like I was catching up for lost time.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
So bad.
Yeah.
Because I had no tolerance.
Yeah.
And then I had a couple of beers and then I started drinking tequila.
Oh, wow.
And then I smoked some weed.
Oh, damn.
And I hadn't done that in a long time either.
It was party mode.
And my wife the next day, because we were trying to play a game, Code Names, which is fun, with some friends. And she told me that once I smoked the weed, I became a stupid mute.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I could see that.
She goes, you were just a stupid mute.
She doesn't like when you smoke weed.
When I stopped talking.
Yeah.
And just sort of melted.
Yeah. I got some buddies that smoke a lot of weed, and we play video games, and they get on when they smoke, and they have smoked weed. You can tell.
That's not that fun.
It pisses me off.
It's not that fun.
Because then you got to sit there, and you're like, hello? And they're like, what? Sorry, yeah. I'm here.
But you hang out with a lot of stoners.
Not really.
No?
No, I don't feel like... I mean, Gardini smokes weed, but he doesn't really... He's always mellow.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did all that, and then on Sunday, I thought I was just hungover.
Yeah.
So to the degree that I actually went and played pickleball in the morning.
Ooh.
But I had a fever, and I didn't even know.
I was literally just talking about that with Mook yesterday. About being hungover and thinking you're hungover and then realizing that you're sick.
It's hard to know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I was sick until the late afternoon.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, well, I'm just tired. I treated my body like shit. By the late afternoon, I was like, man, usually it starts to get better by now. And this is getting worse.
Yeah.
And I'm getting nauseous.
Yeah.
And it's like waves of nausea. I have no appetite. I couldn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And then I took my temperature, and it was very validating to see that it was 101.8.
Yeah, that happened to me when I went to Moon Tower last year because I did Shane's show at the Stand, and then we went out until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I almost missed my flight at JFK in the morning, and then I got to Moon Tower, and I felt so shitty, but then I just drank more.
Yeah.
And I felt better again, and then I woke up the next day feeling like unbelievably bad, and then I realized I was just sick as fuck for the whole time I was there. Like waking up in the middle of the night, just gliding through my sheets, soaked in sweat.
Ugh.
Like 103 fever, lost my voice.
Oh,
it was terrible.
What when are you gonna get back to drinking?
I don't know.
How long has it been now?
It's definitely, that story is definitely not making me want to go back. That's for sure.
50 days?
I don't know. Let me see.
Are you marking your sobriety?
Oh yeah.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Damn, dude. But we'll get you back, right? You're not done forever.
I don't know. Let's see.
What is this bullshit? People need to drink.
54 days.
You need to drink.
I don't know, man. It's definitely been good. I haven't really missed drinking that much at all, to be honest.
But you need to drink moderately.
Yeah, but that's not how I operate.
But this is America. You need to get to a point in your life where you can have a drink or two,
or
and
3,
that'll be it.
Or 10.
No.
Or 20.
No. Do away with those thoughts. Drinking doesn't have to be this fucking yard sale.
Yeah, but dude, you're explaining it to me as if I don't know that. I know that, and that's just not how I can do it. I can't.
You're an all or nothing guy?
Yeah, I'm physically incapable.
That just comes with age.
I'm not capable of drinking like 3 beers.
You'll get there.
Maybe.
You're 23?
Yeah, 22.
22.
Almost 23.
Jesus Christ. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, hanging it up early.
I'm trying to think of what. Okay, we want to talk ball?
Yeah, we can talk ball. I'm down to talk ball.
We don't have to talk ball. You want to talk something else?
No, I'm always down to talk ball.
Did you have another thing you wanted to talk?
No. I really didn't.
Man.
I don't have much.
It's too bad Roan decided he didn't want to be part of this anymore. It's really too bad we lost him.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is what people look for in the podcast anyway. Just talking about nothing.
Yeah.
For hours. And then they just fucking fall asleep to it.
Hairball does this thing now where he texts me whenever a huge comedian we know has sold out like a 17,000 seat theater.
Oh, yeah. I like to, dude, I'm in touch. I know the lineup of like the Stand, New York, and the Cellar every single night.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
What?
I check the lineups for, I don't do it as much anymore, but like up until like probably like 3 months ago, I would check the lineups because I just want to know who's performing where. What's going down.
You get your finger on the pulse.
Yeah. I like to say, oh shit, this person's doing theaters now. Oh shit, this person's doing arenas now.
Yeah.
Shane. We're talking about Shane.
Shane sold out the Kia Forum, or he's going to perform there. 17,000 seats. Harry texted to me.
You know, I mean, it's cool. It's impressive.
Yeah, it is cool, and obviously
it's also
we root for these people.
See,
but at the same time, it's like you're just reminding me on a daily basis how fucking poorly things are going for me. And I don't know that I need that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. I also think it's cool.
I think it's encouraging.
Yeah, I think it's cool that comedy is that big.
I think it is too. I'm going to do Don't Tell this Friday.
No way, really?
In LA.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Damn, that came up out of nowhere. Did you know it was this Friday this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Time moves quickly.
Yeah, it does. I just had a meeting with my manager and agent about doing one of those soon.
I'm doing it Friday. I'm going to go out to LA, and I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I might just go out on the flight, do the show, and then take the red eye home.
I think that's a great idea. I'm very pro doing that.
You're talking about like 12 hours of
that doesn't bother
air
me.
Travel.
It's so much better to just get home. Dude, anytime that I'm on the West Coast, like when I did like Portland or like Phoenix or anything like that, or LA, I'm always looking at the red eye. Or even anytime I go on the road, I'm looking at the red eye after the Saturday Late Show just to get the fuck out of there.
You can never take the red eye after the Late Show on Saturday.
No,
You can't.
very rarely, but you can sometimes.
It needs to be 1:30 a.m.
LA has flights like that though. LAX to JFK, that definitely exists. They got some late red eyes from that, but that's like the only one that you can do.
Well, the other option is to be in LA for one day, the day of Saturday,
Yeah.
spend the night, and then just take my original flight home, which is Sunday morning.
Why don't you try and do some shit out there? Like do some podcasts, do some big podcasts or something.
I don't even know how to do that.
I mean, you know people, or maybe do some spots at the store or something.
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
You just talk to your agent.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What about just hanging out at a rooftop hotel and drinking margaritas and eating like chips with really good salsa
That's also a good option, but you can do that in New York.
and reading my book? No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
It's 13 degrees outside right now. By the way, I biked here. It's the coldest it's ever been.
It's fucking freezing outside.
What are you doing? What are you looking at?
I ordered DoorDash fucking 2 hours ago, and the dude was taking forever, and then he got here, and he's like, I'm here, but he's not here. And then he just texted me and said, I left. So that's what I was doing. I haven't eaten anything today. I'm fucking starving. No coffee, no food.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
We have shit to do.
I know.
This is the new pod.
I know.
There's no room
But I mean,
anymore.
I'm getting fucking 700 calls a minute. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We can't rely on Roan
Well,
to
it's
bail
fine
us
now. It
out
doesn't
with
matter.
his impeccable professionalism and his constant ability to keep the show moving forward.
I was looking forward to having that fucking coffee, dude.
You want to order another one?
Hell no. Not one mid-podcast. Not mid-cast.
So should I go to LA and just bouge out on a rooftop hotel? By the way, you can't do that in New York. There's no rooftop pools with good salsa and nice crispy chips.
Because it's so cold out.
Because it's so cold out.
Nice crispy chips.
I want crispy chips.
Dude, I think you should go out. I think you're going to, after you get the don't tell. I mean, are you nervous at all for the don't tell?
No.
No?
Why would I be?
I don't know. It's a taping.
What the fuck do I care?
I would care. I would be fucking shitting my pants.
Not me.
I would be so nervous. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I feel like if I was out there and I got it done and you like killed, it was great, went really well, I'd be like, I'm going to fucking partay.
I don't want to partay. I want to sit on a lounge chair at a bougie LA hotel.
But that's like your idea of partaying.
And read my book and eat agua chili
Yeah, so just do that and then leave in the morning.
and hamachi crudo.
The problem is going from the West Coast to the East Coast, leaving in the morning doesn't even matter because you're going to get back at like 9 p.m.
5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
But 9 a.m. I have a 9 a.m. flight on Friday. I get home at...
Is the taping on Friday?
The taping's on Friday. I have a 9 a.m. flight on Sunday.
Oh, dude, you're going to miss playoff ball. Definitely take the red eye.
This is a problem.
Definitely take the red eye. You're going to miss Chiefs versus the Bills, dude.
You're telling me I need to take the Saturday red eye? Should I?
Yes.
Should I bouge out on the day of Saturday
Bouge out day of Saturday, get in your zone.
and then red eye home Saturday night?
Yeah. Wait, the taping is Friday?
Friday night.
Dude, just leave Saturday morning. What the hell are we even talking about? What is this? I thought it was Saturday night and you were trying to figure out if you should go home Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Tapings.
Why would you stay until Sunday? Why would you stay an entire extra
Well,
day?
originally I thought I was going to play golf with Dan Rappaport.
Oh, okay.
But then he decided to go to Hawaii
Oh, okay.
and then told me to stay at his home.
Oh,
But I don't feel that comfortable doing that.
no.
I always feel weird doing that.
Yeah, then you always think someone's going to show up.
That, and I worry that my people who own the home that I'm staying in are worried that I'm sniffing around in the wife's panty drawer or that I'm being snoopy.
Which you probably are.
No, I
You got to
don't,
have some sort of curiosity.
but I only don't because I'm so neurotic about it.
And also you got to think Dan Rappaport, he probably makes a lot of money. He's probably got some crazy security system watching you all night.
Exactly.
He's going to be watching you
I'm
sleep,
on my best
masturbating.
behavior because I'm concerned that there are hidden cameras
Yeah,
everywhere.
you can't crank down there.
And living in a police state like that,
Yeah.
as opposed to some hotel.
Imagine if you tried to crank down. And he was watching you from 7 different angles. He's got a fucking 360 camera on you.
That is not my idea.
Do you have those cameras anywhere?
No.
Those fucking...
No.
No? Nothing? Ring?
We don't.
My dad has set up the Ring cameras at my house a while ago.
What's the benefit of that?
And my mom made him take them down instantly.
What's the benefit?
Because he started talking to us from his office at work through the Ring camera. And my mom made him come home and remove them.
Why did he do it?
I think he got them for like free somehow, and then he put them up, and then my mom was like, "This is insane. We don't need this. No one wants to have like." My mom was saying that we're gonna have like my sisters are gonna have like their friends over, and we're gonna have it like on videotape of them walking into the house. It seems like the only purpose for them now is to make like viral videos of like coming home drunk.
I guess so. I don't quite understand the point of the Ring cameras, but I guess it's to see if people are stealing packages from your stoop, or
I could use that. I'm
you're
getting
not
shit
home
stolen
and someone
constantly.
rings the doorbell. Yeah,
I get shit stolen all the time. Dude.
You do?
It's so annoying, and I don't know. Like I ordered a poster. This was last week, right before we recorded the Wednesday episode. I had a poster that arrived. It arrived while we were recording, and then I went downstairs. It had been there for 30 minutes, and it was gone.
You gotta get a doorman building, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking frustrating. I've had so much shit stolen living in New York. I had a PlayStation get stolen.
What?
I never told you about that?
No.
This was like 2 years ago when I lived in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh
I
my
just moved to Hell's
God,
Kitchen.
dude.
Yeah. I just moved to Hell's Kitchen, and it was right after Christmas, and I was in between apartments, so I brought all of my belongings back to Massachusetts. And then I got COVID. Or someone got COVID. It was when COVID was like a big scare, and like my friend got COVID who I was hanging out with the day before, and my mom was like, "You got to go back to New York. We don't want to get COVID." So I went back to New York, and I had my mom ship me all of my belongings, everything. All my clothes, all my PlayStation, and I remember I went to work and I came home and brand new apartment. I'm like, who's oh, there's a bunch of clothes outside. Spread out on the street. And I was like, oh shit, someone's shit is all over the place. And then I start looking closer, and it's all of my stuff. All of like sweatshirts, underwear, just on fucking 48th Street. Spread out. Spread out on the street. My boxes are torn to shreds. I was able to collect enough clothes to wear still.
Oh, you wore your street clothes?
I had to. It was every single pair of clothes that I owned.
They had grit and gravel all over them?
And then my PlayStation's gone. Luckily, my fucking my hiking boots were still there, but aside from that, all of my shit was gone. It was so frustrating. And then luckily, the good people of Twitter were able to find me a new PlayStation rather easily.
What?
Yeah, I've gotten 2 PlayStations through Twitter.
For free?
So the first PlayStation I had, my mom mailed it to me when I lived in East Village, and she mailed it to me with the HDMI cord still plugged in, and then it bent inside of it, so the HDMI input thing broke. So then my buddy Jake from Twitter, aka Call Me Shitto, do you know him?
No.
He's done a lot of stuff with Barstool.
Okay.
He did like that podcast with Dukes, the lacrosse one, for a while.
Okay.
He got a PC, and he mailed me his PlayStation with like all of his controllers, games, and stuff downloaded on. It was awesome. All he made me do was just pay for the shipping, and then that was the one that got stolen when I moved to Hell's Kitchen. And then this one, I don't know who sent me that. I think it was like a fan. They got a PS5 and sent me their PS4.
If someone gives you a gift, a nice gift, and that gift gets stolen or you lose it,
yeah,
do you think it's on you to buy another version of that gift?
Absolutely not.
In order to make sure that they think you didn't lose it or have it stolen?
No, but I did lose a lot of shit. Like I lost like my Christmas gifts because it was right after Christmas. So all of my Christmas gifts were stolen.
My godfather got me a watch for graduating.
Yeah.
And it was a nice watch. It was a Tag Heuer. Heuer, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice. And I wore it for a year and a half, and then I lost it, or I had it stolen. And then I saw him again, and I wasn't wearing it, and I felt the need to come clean, and I told him that it was lost/stolen.
Yeah, I don't think that matters as long as you got a good year out of it.
Shouldn't I have just bought another one of the same watch and then made him think nothing had happened?
No,
Why not?
because I don't think he's going to be like mad at you for the watch getting stolen.
Don't you think that he thinks such a nice gift is worthy of a little more attention and kind of protectiveness?
Well, you shouldn't have said it got lost/stolen. You
I
should
don't
have
think
said
I think I said it got. I think I said it got stolen.
Yeah, definitely go with that.
I don't know if it matters.
I think it definitely matters because if it got lost, that means like, oh, I wasn't really keeping track of it. If it got stolen, that means like, well, what could you do? You know, people are going to steal. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in the big city of New York.
Right.
Good thing we don't live in Chicago. You'd be getting watches stolen left and right.
It's very cold there right now.
It is fucking freezing. Very cold at the Chiefs game this weekend as well.
I was talking ball.
Yeah, I was freezing there. Dude, I hate the Chiefs more than I think I've ever hated anything in my life.
Come on.
I swear.
Really?
Dude, like the rage that they bring me.
Why?
I fucking hate them.
What do you hate about them?
Everything. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I hate Travis Kelce is so bad. I hate that people try and compare Travis Kelce to Gronk. Gronk was good at the end of his career.
Yeah.
He was still good.
I think Travis Kelce's playing pretty well.
You do? He dropped like 2 touchdown passes this week.
Some drops.
And he's had drops all the last since he's been dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she has made him worse.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift swag surfing made me want to throw up.
Do you think that her coat was cool?
No.
You didn't like it?
No, I hated it.
Why?
Too boxy. It was a box. It reminded me of one of those coats that I would wear when I was a child. That like when my mom would like get me a coat, and you just get like a North Face puffer jacket. But back before they were like cool, back before they were like $900, it would be like some like Columbia ripoff brand.
Yeah,
and it would just be like you'd look like the kid from fucking Elf. Remember the scene in Elf where the kid puts on the jacket and he's just a fucking square? And it's so outrageously big. That's what her jacket looked like. I think the design was cool. I actually watched some of that girl that made it. I watched some of her videos.
I watched that too.
She's good at what she does.
That girl's good.
But I don't, I wasn't a fan of the jacket. But I also, because I don't like the Chiefs, so the jacket disgusted me. I wanted to poke holes in it and pull the feathers out of it.
Right.
And deflate her.
Was it a combined jacket of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce?
No, I think she made one probably for Brittany Mahomes as well.
She did?
If I had to guess.
Oh. What is swag surfing?
I don't know. I'd never heard of it before until I saw Taylor Swift doing that outrageous dance. And then apparently...
Just moving back and forth type thing?
It turns out, I think it's a Chiefs thing.
Oh.
Freaks.
Do you think they'll get married?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that'll probably last for a week.
Why?
Because celebrities never stay married.
Uh-huh.
People thought Kim Kardashian and Kanye were going to stay married forever.
Who thought that?
Everybody.
I didn't.
Because they were like the perfect match. They were both nuts. And then now look at them.
Well, they were together for a while.
They were together for a long time. But no, I don't think Travis Kelce and Taylor... I mean, they've been dating for what, like 3 months?
Yeah, probably something like that.
And people are like, they're going to get married soon. That's the general thought.
What?
Yeah. Because I think he moved in with her. Or she moved in with him.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But I mean, also moving in for them, what is that? They see each other once a week.
At best.
I mean, she's in fucking all across the world every single day, and he's traveling weekly for football.
Right.
He'll probably retire.
This year?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he said, someone asked him if he thought about retiring, and he said it's the only thing he thinks about. He said he's in constant pain.
Oof.
From injuries and surgeries throughout the years.
That's how I feel from pickleball.
Yeah. That'll do it, dude. Pickleball and NFL playoff football are very similar.
I just can't. I can't stop going as hard as I possibly can.
No, dude. That's the problem with pickleball.
I got one speed.
It brings out the fucking animal
I
in you.
think we're going down to have fun, and within 2 points, I'm fucking diving for shit. You see this scab on my elbow?
Yeah.
Right there?
You took a dive?
I dove for a ball.
That's insane. Don't do that.
Then I got so mad that I smashed my paddle on the ground.
Oh, you're one of those guys?
I'm not.
That's crazy. And you were sick and hungover? You must look like a lunatic. Just sweating more than anyone's ever sweat. You must have had buckets of sweat coming off of you.
I wasn't doing well.
Smashing rackets.
Yeah, I smashed my paddle.
That's crazy.
And then the people I was playing against thought it was one that I had borrowed from the club.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's not yours to smash.
You said, fuck
and
you!
I went, it is. I brought my own paddle. I'll smash it if I want. By the way, who doesn't bring their own paddle?
The people that are renting them from the fucking club.
No, none of us had. It was a silly assumption.
That's the club's paddle.
Fuck you! I was playing well enough that they should have known.
They should have known that this was an amateur
paddle.
hour. Yeah, exactly.
Bunch of bull.
Did you charge at them?
Shit. I almost threw my paddle at them.
I would have charged. Not. I wouldn't have actually physically attacked, but sometimes all you got to do is charge.
Let's put it this way: when the game ended and we went to touch paddles, good game.
Your paddle was dangling.
I turned my paddle around and touched it, butt to paddle.
Yeah, because you don't want to give him any splinters. Is it a wooden paddle? No, it's not.
It's fiberglass.
Should have assumed. Should have guessed. I'm such a fucking
plastic.
Moron. Alrighty, let's talk about game time. Game time. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to the next big event. Game time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, and comedy and theater events near you. I like Game Time. I use Game Time all the time. I buy tickets to football games, concerts, whatever I really want to go see. I was actually just looking at the Game Time tickets for the Chiefs game last week, just out of pure curiosity. There were tickets for like $40. That's crazy for playoff football, even if it's very cold out, because the stadium was filled. Game Time is obsessed with finding ways to help you save money on tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, and even an hour after it starts. It's the first place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theaters, and more. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats for an average of 18% savings. That's big. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BOYDAD for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Alrighty, let's talk about Hard Factor. Get started on your resolutions with Factor. So you're ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meals delivery takes stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Skip the grocery stores, prep, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door with over 35 meals to choose from per week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan, plus veggie, and more, plus over 55 weekly add-ons. You'll have a lot of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. I've used Factor a bunch. I love Factor. What I like from Factor, I like the chicken taco bowl. I like the, they got some great pasta dishes in there. I did have the filet mignon. I splurged and ordered the filet mignon, which is cool because it comes in a black box. Makes you feel very, very fancy. Factor has everything you need for work, a flavorful, nutritious eats. In addition to ready-to-eat meals, they have cold-pressed juices, smoothies, energy bites, extra protein, veggie sides, and more to keep me energized during my frantic weeks. Head to factormeals.com/sun50 and use code sun50 for 50% off. That's code SUN50 on factormeals.com/sun50 to get 50% off. Now back to the show. Alrighty, let's talk about Harry's. Ironically, my name, Harry. Sometimes you get what you want. Sometimes to get what you want, you have to challenge the status quo and blaze your own trail. You know who also challenged the status quo? Harry's. They saw customers getting ripped off by questionable products in the shaving industry and decided to do something better. Instead of charging the same old ridiculous prices, Harry's found their own way to make beautifully designed razors for a fraction of the price of other big brands. Exceptional products, honest products, that's Harry's. Oh man, Harry's has a lot of great products. I've used their razors a bunch. I've also actually what I've really been liking is their soap, their shampoo, and their body wash. It smells amazing, and I like their razors as well because it has my name on them, and also because it is an amazing product. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Harry's already. You can get and if you do, take this deal because it's good. Get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shaving gel, and travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/boydad. That's $3 for an entire shaving set. That's an amazing deal. Don't settle for the status quo. Blaze your own trail with Harry's. Get started at a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/boydad. That's harrys.com/boydad for a $3 trial set. Now back to the show.
Do you think you'll ever sweat again?
Yeah. I was hoping to get a good sweat in when I ordered that iced coffee this morning. When I ordered that iced coffee 4 hours ago.
You're gonna induce sweating from
substances.
Coffee?
Yeah. I think I'll get back in the gym here sometime soon. I have to. I mean, when I go to Wyoming in a couple months, or not a couple months, in like 8 months for this catch and cook, where it's a 14-mile hike. I got to get in shape for that. I would not be able to do that right now.
14 miles is a fucking...
I will say it's not a high altitude. It's only a 1,500 incline.
Fine.
Yeah.
That is a long...
It's a long hike.
Long hike.
Yeah.
What is that? 8 hours?
Probably, yeah.
7?
Something like that.
That's crazy.
But we're going to be stopping and like fishing throughout the entire thing. So we'll probably get there early as fuck.
14 miles is like the type of distance that you hear that oppressive armies force their prisoners to march.
That's a pretty popular amount in the hiking world.
Bhutan Death March.
A 14er. That's what they call them. They call them 14ers.
No, that has to do with the peaks.
Oh, that's the altitude?
Yes.
Not the distance?
14,000 meters.
Interesting.
Is what they're hiking.
Well, we're doing a 14er miles.
That's not a thing.
Well, is that better or worse? Is that more or less?
Than
a 14 mile. So what, the peak is 14 mile? 14 meters.
14,000 meters.
Yeah, I get it.
Insanely high. There's only 7 in the world, I think.
Okay, first of all, there's no such thing as a 14,000 meter high mountain. That does not exist. Everest is like 8,000 something. There's only 7 peaks above 8,000 meters. I don't have your phone. Why would I have your phone?
Give me your phone.
I'll Google it right now. Here, let's ask Siri. Siri, how high is Mount Everest?
It's 28,000 feet.
It's
29,000 feet.
Yeah. How many meters?
Siri, how many meters is Mount Everest?
The height of the Mount Everest is 8,848 meters of 29.
Why are you doing a victory pose like you just won that argument?
Bingo.
You said 14,000 meters.
What is the 14ers that I'm thinking of?
I think maybe it's feet. Maybe it's like altitude gain. No, because it wouldn't be. Yeah, 14,000 meters doesn't exist. There's only seven mountains on Earth that are above 8,000 meters. Have you not seen 8 peaks or 7 peaks, whatever it's called?
What are the 14ers?
I can't believe I just bossed up on you like that.
What are the 14ers, dude?
I don't know.
Is it?
We'll give it a Google. What is a 14er?
You don't trust Siri for that?
What are 14ers? It's 14,000 feet.
But that's like nothing.
14,000 feet?
Yeah, there's ski mountains that are not that far off from that. Ski mountains that are at 11,000 feet, 12,000 feet.
A mountain that has a summit over 14,000 feet. No small feat when it comes to hiking.
Damn. All right, fine.
I think that is a lot higher than you think it is.
I think
I've done like 10,000 feet, and that was hard as shit.
You've hiked to the top?
Yeah, I've done some hikes out west. I've done some hikes in Wyoming, Colorado. I've done some hikes out east. I've done Mount Mansfield. I've done Camel's Hump.
Speaking
in
of
Burlington.
Colorado,
Oh yeah, we're gonna be in Denver, Colorado, very soon. Actually,
Hairball and I will be in Denver, Colorado, at the Comedy Works downtown. That's February 9th.
that's the good
to the
one.
11th.
That's the good one.
February 9th to the 11th. Tickets are going fast.
They're flying.
So go get yourself tickets to that show. Those shows at francishells.com. We'll be in Albany the following weekend. That's February, whatever,
It's literally the next weekend.
17th weekend.
So
We're
you
gonna go
guys can
fishing.
figure that out.
So
And then we're going to be in Madison, Wisconsin. But that's in what, March? That's far.
Madison Comedy on State. And then
Beautiful club, beautiful spot.
Is that our 3 weekends together?
Yes, it is.
Tickets at francishells.com or lilsasquatchwebsite.com.
And then what else? Oh, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh next week.
Wow.
And the tickets for that, let me tell you, I mean, good luck getting them. Because those
with
are
the prices they're at, for the prices they're charging, good
are
luck.
flying off the
Good
shelves.
luck selling blood.
Those are flying. I'm going to have Mook hosting, and I believe Nick is going to do a guest spot.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Nick's coming to Pittsburgh
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah.
Well, then you are going to sell out.
Oh, don't say that. I'm
got
already
the-
almost selling out.
You got the Nick bump. For sure you got the Nick bump.
This is the first people are hearing of this, I believe.
You're branding this as a Barstool show.
All right, don't say that.
Should
don't
we
say
pay
any.
the company? Do you think the company deserves
Don't say any of these things. This
some
is
of the
my show
kickback?
at the Improv. I worked my way up to get booked at the Improv. It's hard to get booked there. I had to do a couple trial runs at Ontario,
Yeah.
and now look at me. And then I'm going to be doing Houston, the Improv in Houston. Tickets for that, there's a good amount left.
I'm going to be in
Plenty
Houston,
left.
Howl at the Moon, and
I'm going to be at the Houston Improv, a little bit of a higher tier club.
I'll be at
Killers
Houston
only.
myself, and opening for me will be Dave Portnoy,
What?
and following
What?
him is Big Cat Dan Big Cat Cats.
Is that going to be a Barstool event?
No, just for me. I sold all the tickets.
All right. Well, I am actually these tickets, these shows, the early shows, Friday and Saturday are almost sold out. Just a heads up if you wanted to go to the early shows. And bad news if you wanted to go to the late shows, also almost sold out.
Yeah, right, dude.
Thursday show, good amount of tickets left. So
That's pretty cool.
just keep your eye out. That's going to be on LilSasquatchWebsite.com. You'll be able to find all those dates, all that good stuff.
It's just pretty cool
But
that
I'm
you
pumped, dude. I'm pumped to do.
are smashing.
I'm pumped to go to Denver.
Pittsburgh's a great city. Denver's going to be so fun.
I'm pumped to go to Denver and do 30 minutes.
Yep.
And just like kill for 30 minutes.
Let's fucking go out there and smash.
Yeah. I'm going to have Denver just begging for more.
Let's add shows.
And then I'll go the next year and do the exact same material.
Let's go add shows. Let's go add a Thursday late show in Denver.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Buy tickets.
You know what would also be fun? Not adding a Thursday late show
Why?
and just doing one show.
We're there.
I know, it's true. But doing one show is the best.
I'm going to be
Doing a Thursday one show and then just going back to your hotel room and being like, I'm done.
That's
It's
a nice
10.
that's a nice
It's the
feeling.
night. It's the best.
That's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling.
You think we should go skiing while we're out there?
Totally.
All right.
I'm definitely down. I'm down to go skiing, down to go fishing, down to do whatever.
All right, let's do
I mean,
it.
I'm gonna be hanging out with my boys out there. Hope you know that.
Can I?
Of course.
Really? I was
We'll-
expecting you to say no to
we'll
that.
find some time for you to mix in.
No, I'll be leading the charge.
And my buddy Bo was like, "Are you staying with me?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna have a hotel." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Why don't you just stay at my place?" And I was like, "Cause I'm gonna have a hotel."
Yeah.
And I won't have to sleep on a couch. I'm probably gonna end up staying at his place.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are that? You're like this?
Yes.
Even though you have a hotel, you'd rather spend the night at his home.
Yeah. Watch some movies.
Spend the night
kick
with
back.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sounds
I'm
pretty.
stoked, dude.
pretty
That's been
gay.
the goal the whole time, is to do comedy in Denver.
Yeah. Really?
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to move to Denver for a while.
I remember that.
And now we're finally going to get to do comedy there.
you went through a little bit of a phase.
Yeah. It's so nice.
Phase Clan.
Such a fun city.
It's the best.
Yeah. Maybe we should move out there.
What would we do?
Live in Denver and do Son of a Boy Dad from Denver. That's the dream.
That is the dream, but we'd lose all our spots at the cellar and the stand, bro.
True. God,
All the
dude, the
work
cellar is just booking me way too much lately.
They're not booking me too
man.
much.
I had a lot of spots this weekend. They were all fun shows. Midnight shows. Just putting on a clinic.
Yeah.
No.
Just fucking running it up.
Just putting on a fucking clinic.
I'm trying to think if I have any. I haven't been performing all that much. I've just been doing spots, but I haven't done. I don't have. Normally, I have good, funny, interesting stories for you.
Dude, me too. I feel like I've always got a lot. I mean, I thought my fly fishing story was pretty solid. Good way to start it out. But after that, I don't have much.
This has been fine.
I think this has been good. I've been having fun.
Should we call it? Is that Son of a Boy Dad?
No, we got 15 minutes left, brother.
Oh, we've only been going for 45?
We have barely talked ball, though.
All right, let's talk some ball.
So let's talk ball for 15, and then we'll put this to wraps. And then Rome will be back on Wednesday to carry the podcast.
That's what we need. And normally I'll be much better than I am today. I have a fever of 102.6.
France has a fever of 102, and I have been playing so much Call of Duty that my brain cells are literally falling out of my earlobes or my ear holes.
All right, what do we got?
So let's talk ball. Let's do a little review.
Let's do a review.
Packers might win the Super Bowl.
Jordan Love. Never seen anything like it.
The Texans are okay. I don't think they're anything too good.
Who throws a better ball, Jordan Love or Jared Goff?
Jordan Love.
Jared Goff was throwing some ball last night.
Jared Goff didn't look good in the end.
But the first half, he was fitting balls into tight corners. Yeah. He was throwing it like a gazelle. He just looked like a 7-foot tall.
Yeah, Jared Goff is good. I mean, dude, I was rooting for the Lions. I wanted that was awesome that the Lions finally won a playoff game. But I don't know. I think the Lions are good. I would like to see the Lions go far.
Yeah.
I think the teams I would like to see go far right now, the Bills, obviously, number one. I would be fine with the Packers winning the Super Bowl or the Lions winning the Super Bowl or the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Would I like to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl? If it means that the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl, yes. Mm-hmm. Pretty much I would be fine with any team aside for the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I might never. I don't know.
All right, so rank them. Your number one Super Bowl winner that makes you happy.
The Bills.
Bills is number one. Number two, Lions.
I don't know if I would say. I mean, that's kind of no, not realistically. No, I have liked the Lions all year. I've enjoyed watching the Lions all year.
Yep.
I think they have a good team, but
your number two team that makes you happy to win the Super Bowl is just going to make you the happiest.
I guess the Lions. I don't know.
Probably the Lions.
But it's by such a far drop off.
That's okay. We need to get some kind of an order to the Harry's happiness order.
Yeah, I would like to see the Lions win. Like watching the Packers yesterday. Yeah, I'd like to see the Packers win.
Packers are number 3, happiness.
Yeah, I like rooting for the underdogs.
Okay, number 4 happiness is Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
Okay, number 5 happiness is
the 49ers.
The 49ers. Interesting. Number 6 happiness.
The Eagles.
Eagles are 6?
Yeah.
Behind the Niners?
Yes.
And number 7 happiness.
But I'm also thinking realistically here on who I can place anytime touchdown scorers on and have it be hit.
Right.
Like Jamar Gibbs, lock.
Should I stay for the games and we watch ball here together?
You could if you want.
I don't think I can.
I'm going to play video games as soon as you leave, though.
I need to lie down, close my eyes.
Yeah. So I think... I mean, I don't know. I think next week is going to be the game, dude. It's going to be Chiefs-Bills. It's going to be a hell of a game. I mean, assuming that the Bills, while this has come out, I'm assuming the Bills did beat the Steelers, right? I don't think that's a crazy assumption.
No, I don't think so either.
They're a 10-point favorite. Yeah. And the Steelers have their backup their third-string quarterback playing.
Mason Rudolph?
Yeah. He's third string, right?
I don't know. Who's their number 1?
Pickens?
Oh. Kenny?
Right? I don't know.
Kenny Pickens?
Is that his name?
I have no idea.
I think that's their
quarterback. That
quarterback.
sounds like a country singer.
I know, it does. That's why I was hesitant to say yes.
He might be.
I was trying to think if I knew every quarterback from every team, and then I realized I don't know the quarterback for the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know either. Was Jimmy Garoppolo.
What, did he get hurt?
I don't know.
It might still be Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, Bill Belichick's gone. That's something.
That's late. That's old news.
It is old news, but it was a tearjerker for sure.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was very sad.
Really?
Yeah. The press conference was sad.
I didn't see it.
He almost cried.
Did he?
Yeah, when he was talking about the fans.
Wow. Nope. When was the last time you cried?
Oof. After I watched Interstellar a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah, but it was also because my grandfather died like the same day.
Oh. What about...
It was actually, no, my grandfather was going to die. And I watched Interstellar. And the combination of those two things. And I had to go do a spot, and I didn't want to do a spot. Yeah. It was a combination of all that.
What about... I'm not talking about tears kind of coming out of your eyes. I'm talking about like full-blown sobbing.
Yeah, then.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When I cry, it's the waterworks are flowing. Because I never cry. I was worried that my neighbors were going to hear me cry.
That kind of thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But
Man,
it's
good for
very
you.
rare. Last time I cried before that, I don't know. Probably like 2 years ago. And then the last time I cried before that, when I went to college, it was like every day. Just standing in my room, just...
What's the matter with you?
I hate this. I hated college for the first like month.
The last time I fully hard cried was freshman year of college after a lacrosse practice.
Really? Why did you guys lose? Or was it just so you got your ass whooped?
It was a practice.
I cried at lacrosse practice too.
Defense didn't think that it was always like, this was what was always so crazy to me. We practiced whatever 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And it was always the defense versus the offense in all the drills pretty much. And so for 5 of the 6 days of the week, your opponent was your own teammates.
Yeah.
And thus, I would say I hated the defense on our team more than I hated any of the other teams we
I
played.
can see that. There was a brawl. We had a brawl.
We had fights all the time.
Yeah.
And people would just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And like the defense in lacrosse, we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
We had the ball. So they would just hit us with their sticks.
Yeah,
and
it
hurt
hurts
us
so much.
Break fingers, like tattoo us, leave that perfect outline of the head right in between the pads on the skin.
That's why I played lacrosse for like 2 years and I quit after that because I was like, this sucks.
Hurt and stung, and there was nothing we could do. The only thing we could do was when we were like in a man-up drill or a shooting drill, try to hit them with a shot.
Yeah.
And we never did that because that would have been obvious. And 2, you can actually like
kill someone with
doing
that.
that. So we didn't really do that, but I dreamt of doing it.
Yeah.
Because they would just do this. And my freshman year, the older guys on the team, they didn't think that I was trying hard enough, and they wanted to motivate me by like bullying me.
Yeah.
And they would just abuse me in practice. They would hit me with their sticks as hard as they could. And I had enough. And I, after one practice, I was just like, I don't understand why. I went into the coach's office and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Was this college or high school?
College. And he goes, well, don't you want to win a national championship? And I go, no, that's not why I came here. It was Harvard. We weren't good. I came into a 500 program that had been 500 or worse for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And this coach had just come in and he had grand aspirations of building the program up to being a national champ. And he's since coached it. Now he coaches at Maryland and he's won like 3 of them. But he came in thinking he was going to turn the program around. And I don't think he was aware of the type of people he was inheriting.
Yeah.
Because he met me and he was like, well, they're trying to motivate you. Don't you? They want to make you better. They see your potential. Don't you want to win a national championship? And I just said, no.
So did you quit?
Not that year.
You didn't play all 4 years, did you?
I played all of freshman year. That practice happened. And then we played Princeton that weekend. And like I was breaking down crying.
At the game?
No, in the the coach's office. And then that Saturday we played Princeton in Harvard Stadium, which is the oldest stadium in the country.
It's that fucking concrete one.
And we were playing. Their goalie was a guy named Alex Hewitt. Was the first team All-American, best goalie in the country, and I scored 2 goals.
Oh hell yeah!
but we lost in overtime because we lost so many games that year.
Yeah.
But we should have beaten them. Like, we were up 8-7 with a minute.
But if you scored 2 goals, you did your job.
I went beyond doing my job. I think I was Ivy League Rookie of the Week.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I played another year. I played all the rest of the season. Then my sophomore year, I played all through the fall, the off season, and then and then we played Duke in our
What was that? 30-0.
second game of the season. Maybe it was our season opener at Duke, and we beat them.
Oh shit.
We upset Duke.
That's awesome.
They had won the national championship the year before,
Yeah.
I think, and they were supposed to beat us by 20, and we upset them. And then I quit that night.
Really? To go out on a high note?
I was so miserable. No, I just was like, I can't. I knew going into that game, if we win and it doesn't remotivate me to play, then I should not be doing this.
Yeah.
Because we won the game. There was a big pig pile, our team, and I remember crawling out from the bottom of the pig pile, walking across the field to the bus, knowing I was done.
Yeah.
And
I mean, dude, I think that's pretty common. I think a lot of people quit sports when they go to college because I think it's like so much more intense than they're expecting it to be.
It wasn't even. I had planned to play for the coach who had recruited me.
Yeah.
And then they fired. He'd been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he was a very low key guy who like basically said, "We're probably not going to win much, but we want to make good people out of you and give you a good balanced college experience." And they let the alums were tired of the team being mediocre, and they said, we don't want to keep funding this program if the team doesn't get better. And so they kicked him out, and then they hired the guy who'd been the assistant at the Naval Academy for a decade. That's who came in, John Tillman. And all of a sudden I was playing. That happened in the summer before my freshman year.
Yeah.
So I went to play for John Tillman, and it was a nightmare. And then,
well, shout out John Tillman.
I quit the lacrosse team for 1 week. I drank nonstop, and then I walked onto the soccer team.
Oh wow!
And I played soccer.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I'd been recruited for both sports, but and I wanted to play both sports, but Tillman said I had to choose one or the other.
Oh.
And so then I went and played soccer, and then junior year I went abroad, didn't play anything. Senior year, they let Tillman go, and he went to Maryland, and then they hired back the assistant who had been the assistant under the original coach who had recruited me, and he asked me to come back and play, so I went and played lacrosse again my senior year.
That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could like leave and come back.
I mean, it was a huge mistake.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I should never have done it.
No.
Because at that point,
senior year, just don't do anything.
Loving school, and I would have done the Lampoon and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't because of lacrosse, and it was a mistake.
Yeah, that sucks. That's terrible.
But there's a big alumni dinner on Thursday night, and the coach of the team this year, the current coach, texted me and asked me to come.
Are you going to go?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I see the point.
That might be your first time crying.
It's not really my people, Hairball.
Yeah.
Those are masters of the universe.
Yeah.
The Harvard lacrosse alumni.
It's like the whitest thing of all time.
Crazy money, and they have perfect children, and their kids are in private schools.
They have like the kid that
and they drive Range Rovers, and they're on school boards and boards of museums.
It's like the brother from Step Brothers.
It's doctors, lawyers, and bankers.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking comedian who's been nationally disgraced for mocking a dead girl.
That's true.
And I make a 15th of the money that the lowest income earner among them makes.
Yeah.
And I show up and they're like, tell us a dick joke. You know what I mean? It's not really my...
Yeah, dude, you're a clown. You're a jester.
Yeah.
You got to do your little dance for the Harvard lacrosse team.
But I love my life, and I love this job, and I'm happy with where we're at.
Me as well.
And I don't know that world would be better for me at all. Nor do I know if I ever would have succeeded in that world.
No, it's tough to do. All right. Well, we'll end on that.
I've never told you things that were less interesting to you than
No, that was very
everything
interesting. There's just not really much I can say about it. I don't relate to it in any way. I sucked at every single sport that I played. And I was probably one of the most athletic people to ever go through a Massachusetts school system.
I just did a 7-year biography of my life.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I didn't know any of that stuff.
It was a very traumatic time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The time before that I cried, because that was the last time I really cried, freshman year of college,
Yeah.
which was 2007.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago, was 7th grade when Mr. Dubuque told me to stop shooting the basketballs as the kids were walking to the school buses.
Yeah.
Because the basketball hoop was kind of near the line where the kids would line up. But I didn't really hear him, and I took another shot, and then he grabbed me by the arm and dragged me across the playground to go to Bob Olney's office and get me in trouble.
Yeah.
And I thought it was abuse. And I was crying because he was dragging me. A grown man, a teacher.
I used to go to this thing called Leo's. It was a hockey skating program. And my parents would make me go there if I was misbehaving because it was just intense skating. There was no pucks. Just skating for hours.
That's just conditioning?
Yes, but it was
technique.
It was just conditioning, and it was just you would just do suicides for an hour.
God damn, dude,
And-
that's hell.
And
Bro, knowing when you had a practice or something that all you were gonna do was conditioning was the fucking worst.
dude, this guy has been making these reels.
Where you're just being punished.
Yeah.
Like knowing they're like, don't no sticks and gloves. Like
Wait, have you seen this guy? This
just
guy's
put your
posts?
cleats on and we're punishing you.
Yeah.
Like we would show up to the weight room every once in a while and someone would be so drunk from the night before that you could smell booze. And when that happened, we would go out to Jordan Field and it'd be 12 degrees and we would condition for an hour.
Wait, there's this guy that's been doing these. There's been doing these reels, and they're fucking. It's like of hockey coaches, of the assistant coach coming out, and he's like, "Hope you guys didn't have a big dinner last night.
Oh my
No
God.
pucks. No pucks.
Yeah. Get the trash cans.
Yeah.
Grab
let
a few trash
let me
cans.
find this. This was killing
That's what
me.
it was, dude.
This
and
is
it was
what it
always
was.
a question of like, we knew that there were always a few guys that puked.
Fuck.
One guy I
here it
know
is.
pissed his pants.
This is Tom Stewart.
Bronner,
Wait.
I hope no one had a big meal tonight. Bronner, did you eat a big meal tonight? Hey, if I were you guys, I'd get stretching before coach comes out here. Showing you guys I'm doing something here. Make sure you're staying your legs here, boys. Don't want to put too much out there. I haven't seen them this bad in a while. Make sure we're hitting the net too when we're taking shots here. Get all the offside now. I'll get me smiling in a few minutes. You guys eat a big meal?
Yeah. I'm just like, all of this is bringing back trauma. My wife asked me, I told her the other day, I was like, man, I'm kind of bummed out that I'm not really going to the gym as often as I used to, and that I'm having a hard time finding the time for it. And she was like, well, you got to start working out in the mornings. That's the only time when you have real control over it. And I said, I will never work out in the morning again.
Yeah.
The trauma
Yeah.
from college of waking up at 6 a.m. to get down across the river at 6:30.
Yeah.
And just lift and condition for an hour and a half
Yeah.
before class.
I know.
I'll never do it again.
Dude, I never played like high level sports like that, but like the amount of trauma that went through not just me and my older sister from playing hockey, but also like my parents. My younger sisters have never played sports and never will play sports because my parents are like, we don't want it. We're not doing this again. They're like, it was so bad. Like, dude,
so
it
bad,
wasn't
It's
just bad for
so
me.
bad.
It was bad for everyone involved.
And I'm trying
like
to
my
think-
extended family. It was
Yeah.
bad for them too.
I'm trying to think of what the reward is.
Well, I get it, like if you're good, but it was like I was never good.
Yeah,
So
but
it
you
was
know
always
what's-
like, and when you play hockey, when you play hockey when you're young, they can't get ice time.
Yeah.
So it would be like, I'm from like where I live, we'd be playing somewhere an hour away at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
on a Saturday.
Bro, I'm thinking about the crazy thing for me is in college, right? All the Division I programs practiced and prepped roughly the same way.
Yeah.
So a team like Holy Cross, who
Yeah.
was the worst, Canisius, Quinnipiac.
Yeah.
We would always have these games on our schedule. We were a middle of the road team and we would beat the shit out of those
Yeah.
teams. But those kids were doing the same conditioning sessions and prepping all fall and all winter the same way we were, probably thinking like, this is the year. we've been running harder, we've been lifting harder
Yeah.
and faster, and then they would go through the same level of shit only to be a 1-10 team.
I don't know. The way I see it from like college is like there's just better teams.
It's recruiting.
Yeah, like
That's
just,
all it
you
is.
have better players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
that's why Alabama's always been the best football team.
It is just which team gets the best players. And
like Colorado can train as much as they want and have good coaches. Alabama's just going to have significantly better players every year.
there are a few exceptions. I think that there were some teams that were just better coached, and like Yale won the national championship one year, and it was I don't think they had better players than Duke, but typically Duke has
for
best
the
players.
large part, there's a massive skill gap between certain teams.
Yeah, we couldn't stay on the field with Virginia. We just couldn't. And it's like you go through all that hell, and the only real reward is like making the national tournament or winning the national championship, and everything short of that is a failure.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's hard to believe. I just...
Dude, I will say the best thing in my life was coming to terms with knowing that I was not an athletic person at a young age, and being like, all right, this is not going to ever be anything.
But I've seen you play golf. You have athleticism.
That's not athletic. That's just because I have a good swing. That's the only thing I was ever okay at. But being at an age where I was in like 8th grade and being like, I'm never going to make varsity for any of these sports. Like, I'm just going to quit now. And my parents being like, that's a good idea. Like, it was like, it's just, I'm just not a coordinated person.
It must be a nice thing as your parents to hear in a way, because it saves them a ton of money and time, especially as a hockey parent.
Well, what happened was I made the C team. I was always like okay at hockey, and then we got to like the checking age, and I made the C team, and I was smaller than a lot of kids. And also the C team was a lot of kids who played football and just wanted a sport to play in the off season, and they wanted to just hit people as hard as they could.
Right.
And I got like leveled by a kid that was like, probably like when you're that age, there are kids who are literally like 2 feet taller than you.
Yeah.
So he was like probably a kid who was like 100 pounds heavier and like 2 feet taller than me. And he hit me, and I slid and went head first into the boards. And I got in the car. My mom was like, "You're not playing hockey anymore. We just talked to the coach. You're done." But dude, it was like, it's so funny because like I was so young, and I started playing hockey when I was probably in like 2nd grade up until 8th grade. And like, I remember getting in the car after, and like me and my dad just sitting in complete silence with like the radio on, not speaking for like the hour and a half drive home. And then like 30 minutes from home, he would just turn the radio off and he would go, "How do you think you played today?"
Really?
Yeah. And then I would be like, "I don't know." And he'd be like, "You don't know?" And then it would always just be like, "You played bad."
Damn.
But I mean, I don't know. It was like,
Did that trouble you? Did that
Not at
affect
all.
your sense of self?
not even a little bit.
Do you think it did, and you just didn't even notice it, and that it's buried under layers of
No, not at all.
compartmentalization?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because once I realized that I was just bad at sports, then I was like, oh shit, I have other things that I care
You don't
about.
think that those last half hours with your dad affected your relationship with your dad?
Not even a little bit. Me and my dad have a very good relationship.
Sure, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's a part of you that has pursued stand-up comedy, this very individualistic, solo-driven career, so as not to have to face the evaluation of a parent.
No, I don't think that's at all the case. Dude, this was when I was like fucking very young. It was kind of just like, I don't know. It wasn't that big of a deal.
You don't think that maybe throwing yourself into video games and
No, dude. I'm
stand-up
telling you, I
comedy,
never enjoyed sports.
which are so self-determined.
No, first of all, Call
And
of
there's
Duty
no
is not
collaborative-
self-determined at all. It's a team game.
Yeah, but you're sitting here alone.
But you're talking to your buddies.
Fine. Point is,
a
there's
team
no
sport.
coach, there's no authority figure who's
I'm the
going to
coach.
tell you.
There's a coach, but it's just we run it similar to how
How
New
do
England's
you
ran their
think
program for the last 20
that
years.
set
I'm
went?
GM and head coach.
How do you think your kill streak went?
No, yeah, I mean, we hold each other accountable for sure.
Nobody's saying that, though.
Oh, no, they do. Yeah, one of my buddies snapped on me the other night.
I think
'Cause I
what
wasn't
you
playing
just
well enough.
told me about your dad has taught me a lot.
No, you're dude. That is hilarious, and you're overreacting.
We have
Oh, dude.
come a long way today.
No,
and
it's
the pod-
weird that you're making my dad out to be a villain right now because
I'm
it was
not-
hilarious.
Listen, people, I don't know what was going on with your dad that made him say that. Okay, maybe
I
he
do.
was he a hockey player when he
No.
was young?
No.
What was it?
Having to wake up at 4 a.m. on a Saturday to go watch the worst hockey game of all time
It could be that
in
simple,
negative 30-degree weather.
but I doubt it. I think there
I
was
think that's
more
what it
to
was.
it.
I think that's what it was.
Maybe, and this again, nothing against your dad.
No,
I
All
know
right, we're
him to
ending the
be-
podcast. I'm not doing a smear. I'm not doing a smear campaign on my
I know
father.
him to be a great man. I know him to be a great man, and he did
You don't know
everything he
him.
could.
You don't even know him.
I know him as well as you do.
Oh, you don't know my dad.
I know him.
You're not doing a smear campaign on my dad.
You know one dad. You know them all. Dads have a lot in common, and the point is that your dad is a wonderful man.
Yes.
Wonderful man.
Yes.
Mr. Settle.
Yes.
But there were things
All
in
right,
his
this is
life.
over. You can't say my name. All right, we're ending
I'm
the.
sorry.
We're ending the. We're ending the podcast.
I can't say your fucking name for real.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll leave it.
Getting
in.
too personal. I love it.
All right, we're ending the podcast. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.
Son of a
LilSasquatchWebsite.com for tour tickets. Francis,
son of a good dad.
what's your
today?
FrancisEllis.com.
FrancisEllis.com.
All right, goodbye.